But that's the whole.
Yeah, of
But it
course.
was
I
really
mean,
funny because right when she did it, I of course I had to say it. I said, "Well, everyone's entitled to one good scare." But exit stage left.
we're done here. Hey, everyone,
Hey everyone.
and welcome to Why Are You Still Here? The show where we talk about whatever we like. And today, Lucas, why are we still here?
My favorite segment of special features 19. And this is an important special features. We do these at the end of the month. We tell our upcoming video plans. There are other upcoming plans. We've already detailed what we're going to do for our rankings this year. There's quite a few. A lot of October
Mm,
content because it's spooky season, baby.
it's
And my
most
entire
certainly going to
and
bleed over into November.
yep, oh for sure. Yep.
There's no way
There's a
it's
lot.
not.
So Brandon and I
Yeah.
start in August, for Halloween stuff in terms of like watching movies and getting ready. For me, it's the new yard haunt thing that I love to do. So this special features, except for a few things, is like all spooky season related for me. So we've talked
Not
about our
me, but that's
Exorcist
fine.
ranking. We talked about our Exorcist ranking. We're having a Friday the 13th ranking. But that one's and then we have Chucky, but that's in November, so don't worry about that. With no ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Exorcist Believer is coming out relatively quickly, guys. So check next week for that.
Is it next week?
I'm like 100% sure it's next week or in a week and a half. Uh, yeah, it is the 5th, Thursday next week, 5 o'clock, baby. Dolby showing. Got my ticket weeks ago. Did it on camera,
That's
actually.
true. That's true. How about I don't see it and I just pretend I did? Like I just go
Oh,
like,
that'd be
oh
so
yeah.
funny. And then basically it'll be like we'll just flop. I'll be the Brandon of it, and then you'll be the Lucas of it. It's going, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll just bounce off you. You're the springboard. It'll be
Mm-hmm.
perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody will know.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
I'll have my short up on Thursday, and then Tuesday when we record it because Brandon has seen it, we'll be talking about it that week.
yeah. Indeed.
It's funny because at work,
Yeah, it's not something that matters enough, is it? To do it like to break our asses and do it on like a
no,
Thursday night.
I think the short is going to suffice enough. It'll get 150 views and then drop off tomorrow or the next day. So whatever.
Yeah.
That one might get us to at least 400. So we'll see. But I
I'll
know
be
people are
leaving.
interested though.
If there's a 3 o'clock showing of it, I'll be leaving the theater as you arrive, and then we could do a short together, and you haven't seen it yet, and you just pretend.
People just flip flop the original idea.
Yeah,
But even I
exactly.
know people are interested in it because at work Jen and Kim asked me about it, and I'm like, you two are asking me about it. Like people must be interested. So we'll see what happens next week. I am was cautiously optimistic. Now I'm just cautious. So
I'm just yeah, I was excited, and then that first trailer was really interesting, and then the second trailer came out, and it just kind of killed it for me.
yeah,
And now I just don't care. I'm like,
yep. So
whatever.
that is what we have on the horizon. But I anyway have a lot of stuff to show off. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I have like about
Yeah,
5 clusters of things. So these are not like the rest. So I like to do it like that.
one
So
of these
Brandon,
is not like the other,
so
or
Brandon
whatever.
has shown these off already. So here's my late take on it. Got my Flash Steelbook, and I've watched this movie I think about 6 times this year. I'm done watching it this year, but I can't tell you like exactly why, but holy good God, did I fall in love with this movie so much harder than I anticipated. And this was like
Yeah.
my this is like my biggest surprise of the year. So I had to get it on Steelbook. I love this movie. It's too good.
And Lucinda
Um
saw Blue Beetle as well.
yes, I did see Blue Beetle. I won't be seeing it again, but I didn't was it worth your time? I don't regret seeing it. What do we like to
It's
say?
good.
So I did get my Disney 100 Steelbook for Nightmare Before Christmas. It's the first 4K release, as we talked about before. There, here's the caveat with this one, guys. If you have, like Brandon, only a PS5 as your 4K player, this is not gonna play right. The audio is completely fucked up. It's really loud. I'll put in a clip of what it sounds like. And it sucks because only two 4K players I have are my Series X and my PS5. And let's get the jokes out of the way, Brandon. Fine, I get it. But the PS5 is just a sharper, better, more colorful picture with HDR than my Xbox is. Because to my knowledge, the Series X uses the same 4K player as the One S, which is like 11 years old. So I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that. But I was really upset when this like just sounded like garbage, because it does look really good. But
yeah,
whatever.
they're actually just put in the video that you sent me a few weeks ago where you go, this doesn't look any, oh, never mind.
Yeah. You want to hear this shit? Great job, Disney. Like, what the fuck? It's the whole goddamn movie. And wow, it hardly looks better than the fucking Blu-ray. Okay, no, it does look better than the Blu-ray. Yeah, that's a movie that I've had on VHS, DVD, UMD, Blu-ray, and now 4K. So like I'm very like I know what that movie looks like. So I have those, and then I did get a surprise one right here. I totally opened it and watched it. It's just in the protective like cover. It's a joke, obviously, Brandon. It's sealed, you dummy. But yeah, Brandon gave me this for my birthday, because it was my birthday this month. It's also Brandon's birthday this month. So what a busy, spooky season that we've had. So Brandon does have a present coming at some point. Yeah, I don't know when, but there's something in the works.
Indeed.
So
there was 3 presents that went to Lucas,
and the other 2 are sitting right here. The Game of the Year edition for The Incredibles, thank God.
Yeah, which is something we've talked about before. That was obviously.
And then we have our novelization of Halloween Ends. And I like, indeed, I did open it the other day and just started like just reading like a little bit of the beginning. And wow, it's just insane how like fleshed out this is compared to what you get in the movie, just based off like the first like 10 pages alone that I read. I'm like, holy shit.
Because it picks up right where Kills left off, which is what everybody wanted. So
being that we're really busy this month, I'm not going to have time to check this out in the next, maybe I will in my downtime, but maybe I'll just bring it to work when it's slow. I'll just read it like in my other job. I have a second job now, by the way, guys. I work at a Halloween store. So all my money is just basically getting funneled back into the yard display and like collectibles that I wanted anyway. So it's very eventful this year. It's crazy. Remember how I have like 20 gray hairs that are like strewn throughout? There's like 50 now, like overnight. So I mean it is exhausting, but it's really gratifying, and it is a lot of fun because it's like everything that we like anyway. Just the whole season in general. So those are my movies. That's my first clusterfuck. It's your turn now, Brandon.
Yes.
Bestow upon us what you have.
So you showed movies. I guess I'll show movies as well. So for a second, when before we started recording, you were like, "Oh, we have the same ones." I thought you might have been talking about these, and then I found out almost immediately you weren't.
Are they ones that I'm going to have for the next special features in October?
I don't know. That's up to you, I guess. We'll see.
Let's see.
Okay, so we've got The Smile Steelbook.
Very good. I like.
Yes, indeed.
That was a good movie.
There's a bunch of. It was a good movie. Don't know what that's about. I don't remember that from the movie, but whatever. I got that, but Fall
hell yeah.
on 4K Steelbook. This was one of my favorite movies of last year. It's super good. Hey, it's Vicky from Halloween 2018.
You were so getting dry fucked tonight.
And when I watched this, it was on a DVD because that was the only thing I could get my hands on. It's not streaming
You
anywhere.
couldn't even tell it was
So
her.
I watched it. No, yes. Yes, it was one of the first things I noticed. No, but it was 480p, right? Or 720.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 480p. So I'm watching it in 480p and it still made my stomach drop in multiple places. I can only imagine what it's going to be like in 4K. So
Very
I'm
valid point.
excited. And this one is just a fun, kind of goofy one. I already had one of these movies, but I didn't have the other because it sucks, but whatever. As I've mentioned many a time on the show, I'm a huge fan of the very cheesy, quite shitty Halloween Town series from Disney. And
I forgot
so
all
I
about
was at,
this. Yeah, last year you were telling me all about it, and I'm like, I don't know if I can get into it, but yeah,
I don't think it's possible because it's mostly nostalgia.
it's
I
your
came up with a
musty
new word.
nostalgia, you smelly bastard.
It's mostly nostalgia for me because I was at that right age when the first one came out and then the second one. And the third one I didn't see until years later, but I still enjoy it. The fourth one sucks ass. They recasted the main character, whatever. But still, when it came to the fourth one, I would watch it on Disney Plus around Halloween. And so they had this 2-pack of the third one and the fourth one.
Very
and
good.
So I was like, that's good. And it's good. It's DVD, of course, because they're only available on DVD. And it's a slipcover. Look at this, right up Lucas's alley. Hey now.
Yeah, there you gotta love them. Love slipcovers.
But yeah, they're not good movies at all, but they're nostalgic and they're Halloween. And it's like I love them because of that. The first three. The fourth one can kiss my ass, but still. Yes. The end.
Yes.
No, that's the end of my first grouping.
All right, so I'll do my next one here. So I texted Brandon when I saw these in the store. He's like, I want anything to do with these. And ordinarily I would get an entire set of these. Only one of them spoke to me. Only one, and you saw it dangling, and now you don't see it dangling. So what could it be? Was just
I did check.
The orange one. The green one looked fine. The pink one looked fine, but just this one in certain lighting, it's really Halloweeny looking, and it speaks more Halloweeny than the pumpkin ghost face mask, which I'm really not a fan of, to tell you the truth. But I did get this one, and of course, Duncan is.
Put it up closer to the screen.
As everything's fucking falling over here.
Of course. Is it painted or can you tell that it's cast in that color?
Let me look at the inside of it. Would that be telling?
Maybe.
I never even looked at the inside. Well, this is what the inside looks like. It's clearly painted.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has that orange bleeding through a little bit. It looks like that's interesting.
Yeah, that's why I was showing you that. I haven't even. I guess it's painted because if you look at the seam, whatever. God, if I can even get it. Let me just take this stupid bag out of here because that's doing so much. Yeah, it's a painted ultra white.
Oh. Okay. I mean, it's not bad, honestly.
It looks. I think I've seen other people show off fluorescents from like last year that look like this, but it looked like a different kind of paint. Like this doesn't look as bad to me, but like I said, I just couldn't get all three of them because there was no point. But like, at least I like this one, so I got that one, and I did see this.
Why'd you put the bag back into it?
Because it came with the bag, and whenever I eventually sell half of these at some point, I want to have what it came with. That's important.
Nobody wants that.
I don't care. I really
nobody wants a bag that accidentally fell into it.
So all of them have that, by the way.
I
like
don't
the new
know
ones,
why.
all of them, yeah, but not like the vinyl ones. It's really goofy, and not the hard plastics and not the ultra white. So it's just these ones, and then the glow in the dark has that like plastic like retention
Yeah,
holder in it.
that's
And that I
fine.
love. I
Yeah.
think they should do that for all of them because when I look at the glow in the dark that I have, I don't think ugly ass ultra white. I think that and TD are the only ultra whites I like. So I like that. Anyway, as this is just dangling around, I did see him at Spirit, so I picked him up. Still need to get the green one
Mm.
because I had my purple one. And he got a nice dimple on his forehead, but I like the way he looks. He looks
Keep
really
holding
squinty
it
on
up.
his eyes. Hmm?
It says keep holding it up.
Okay. Because last year, if you guys remember, I did get the purple one because I was, it's my favorite color. And then I don't see the blue one very often. And I don't think I've ever seen the green one in person. So I had to
This
snag
is
them.
what 2016, I think blue ones look like.
Ooh, I like those. I like that a lot more. Holy hell.
Yeah, I mean it's a completely different sculpt. These are
Uh-huh.
what those fluorescents were supposed to be.
Oh, that's so
Is
sad.
this sculpt, and everybody was so excited for it. They were gonna
Yeah.
be the crypt creature was gonna be this too, which everybody was super excited about because these do exist in white form, like white vinyl.
Ooh.
Because this is, it's a vinyl.
Yeah.
They exist in white vinyl, but they are next to impossible to find. Like I don't have one. I've seen like one for sale before, and it was just too pricey in my opinion. So,
Very good. Wow.
but
Like
yeah, it would have
looking
been
at
cool
that
if they
makes mine look
used
like
this for
trash.
like Scream 5 or Scream 6 or something,
That mold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
I'd be down.
like.
Yeah, I
It would have
really
made
like the
sense
eyes
for
on it.
5 because it came out in between 4 and 5.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Indeed. It's very
Very
smushy
good.
too. Very smushy.
I like it. So the last Ghostface mask I'm gonna show off is an unintentional lesson for all of you. I
Yes.
maybe they fixed the new 25th masks this year are like perfect in the sense that there are no blue dots on them.
Yes.
If you have the versions we have, that fabric will cause blue dots. So
Yes.
I cut up my 25th robe, to make it shorter. So I had I have this mask just chilling up here on like display, the bootleg one. And I have the other bootleg mask that I called like the twisty mouth because it's a little deformed at the bottom. And I like this one because it's more symmetrical. And you said you're
Yeah,
an
it's
idiot, it doesn't matter.
exactly how they all are.
So it was sitting in a pile, the twisty mouth. It was sitting in a pile with my robe and my gloves. Like I didn't fold it up, it was just sitting there for like 2 weeks. Like I was just being lazy. So I was getting my robe to wear to work today to like scare people. So I'm like I'm getting all the pieces, and look what happened to my bootleg mask by being twisted around in the 25th robe. Look at this shit.
Oh, oh my God.
Yeah. I was gonna send you a picture, but we were doing special features, so I'm like, I'm just gonna wait to get his reaction. Don't let that fucking
Wow.
shroud touch anything, because my 25th collector's mask that was in the set that I have with like the shitty knife, but it was just a cool because I had like the cool box. The bottom of the chin is completely blue, but this is just by like not even rubbing, just by sitting with it.
Within the area of it. Yeah, it's like a disease. It's like a mask disease
But
that
like
spreads.
this is confirmation that that old material will fuck your shit up. So do not wear a real legit Ghostface mask with your costume, people. This
And
is a PSA. People
it's
wonder why I have
not,
the bootleg. There you go.
it can't be cleaned either,
Nope.
if anybody's
It
wondering.
literally
Like that's ingrained into the mask now.
Yep. When I looked at it this morning, my just jaw hit the floor.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy. Remember when
really,
I was like, don't like if where is your 25th anniversary mask? Where's it hanging? Make sure you don't have anything good hanging by it, because it and just in the air of it, it can
yeah.
do that with it.
So I had to show you that, Brandon. I knew you'd get your jollies off on that shit.
Yes.
Do you see how far we've come? Like not only as a channel, but like the content that we're able to do. Because last year I would have never had any of this knowledge to talk about any of this stuff pertaining to like the masks. These are big strides, people. Huge,
That's true.
monumental.
That's true. So I picked this up the other
Oh,
day.
hold on. There was one more mask that I had to show that I forgot, but it wasn't Ghostface, so I forgot. Actually, you know what? No, I'll hold that off the other grouping because that'll make more sense. You can continue. I'm sorry.
Okay. I got this at Spirit the other day because I went to Spirit, two Spirits. There's two that are right by each other here.
Yeah.
Sort of like with you, but
Mm-hmm.
different road. And I was looking for a different mask altogether, a different movie altogether. And they didn't have any, unfortunately, but they did have a stack of the aged masks. So I was going through them and looking at them. And I found another copy that I was okay with.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then you got your spirit tag.
Yep, Spirit
See,
tag.
that one that you're holding looks much more similar to the one that I picked up at the other Halloween store. Because I went through a stack of them too, and I was looking for things like that skull crack and like the one in the chin where it's more like pronounced, a bit like deeper. Because some of them are more
Yes.
shallow, and it
Well,
varies so much. And that
it's
one has no mouth
interesting.
cut out too, right?
Correct. And that's a big reason that I got it. I looked at that. Lucas let me know about that. I do kind of like this for the fact that it has the line on accident. Obviously, it has the eye line
Oh
like
yeah.
a
Here,
Gen
try to
2
move it
would have.
closer.
Like
Oh, I
it's
see what you're saying.
like the shape of
Unintentionally,
it
it has it. Yep.
rather than it just being rounded right there. Like it's on accident
Yeah,
completely.
yeah.
But if the masks in the movie had an eye like that,
You would be
it'd be a bit of an
okay.
easier pill to swallow. But it's interesting because there was different versions. So this one's like a little hard. But there was
So
ones that were like flat out. It felt like they were made out
so
of plastic.
remember
They were so hard.
if you remember what I told you when I picked up my second one a couple of weeks ago, that the one of them felt like it had more integrity, like it was a stiffer kind of vinyl. So I did bring that up to you. Yeah, there's a lot of variance in these
Mhm.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, there's thin ones like the one I got from
Yep.
the store, like when it with yours is
So
the thinnest
that one
I've
is
ever
my that's my
felt.
thin one. Yep. And then
Yep.
the one I got from the store was
So
the
it's
thicker.
like very smushy, and then this
Maybe we
one
got
is
the
in the
first
middle.
run of it.
Yeah, maybe. This one's like in the middle, but there were ones that were just so hard you could not even like move
Mm-hmm.
them, like to reshape them. And they all have that flatness to them, so you have to reshape them if you want them to look like the movie mask. Also, with the movie mask popping up in places, I can tell that this here the movie mask doesn't have these cracks. So I don't know
Yeah,
why they
after
did
looking at that
this.
picture you just sent me, that's why I said how they do look good for a Fun World product, but holy shit, is it different?
It is different, yeah. I don't know why they didn't. Again, don't know why they didn't just do a clay press on it
Stupid.
and make a new master and then use that for the copies. And then my
Mm-hmm.
gem here at the moment, which is what I was going to Spirit for, but I ended up tracking it down at a Party City that is like 15 miles away from here. Took a long time to get there. Took a long time to come home. But I would say it was worth it.
And there he is. I'll put up the picture that Brandon sent me with proper lighting, and he like
Oh yeah,
teased the hair and the right way,
yeah.
and
I That was
it's
one thing I
good.
did with it. I mean, I will get it overhauled, rehauled at some point.
Yeah,
It is shocking me how much it looks like a Buried, though. I'll compare them side by side and send you a picture. The Buried is the independent mask that has no connection to the movie mold. And it's crazy, but there's issues with it, like it doesn't
of
have the
course.
cutout at the bottom like it's supposed to have. Like there's supposed to be a cut here and a cut here.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be, it's obviously they must have done that for each mask from the mold. But yeah, I was surprised at how good it was. And the hair, I mean, being that it's not going to be rehauled for a little bit, I decided I would make the hair look as good as possible.
And that I think that is as good as that hair can look, because it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's the hair that was used on the movie mask is a very specific type of hair. They use them on the promo mask, like the copy on their website.
Mm-hmm.
Like their mask that they use in all the pictures, they use the right hair on those masks on the Trick or Treat Studios website, and then they changed it for the
Of course they
release. for some reason.
It was a Chris Sefro decision. He didn't
Yeah.
want to do it, but he had to. All right.
This hair is really good though for like an H1 mask because it gets really matted.
It does look really good.
It gets
In
matted
fact-
super easily and looks nasty and dirty really easily. So
Yeah.
it's just not the right hair for this mask.
Yeah.
But whatever. I
But for
look
a
forward
stock
to getting
mask,
my
it's
hands
good.
on the other ones.
Mhm.
The only bad thing about this thing is that it's very smelly. Like it gets on your fingers
Mm.
and on your face. I put it on when I first got it, and I could taste it on my lips.
That's disgusting.
It is. It is. So that's the end of that one. On to you, lady.
5 hours later.
All right. Should I get right into it, lady, while you're doing your
Yes.
thing? All right. So, as you guys know, Trick or Treat Studios has lost the license to Halloween 2, 3, and Child's Play. We are in a
Yes.
mad scramble to get these items. Fortunately, with my discount and where I'm at, I do have a
Yes.
leg up, even though some of these things you got to decide whether with the markup you're going to get the better deal versus going somewhere else. This
Yes.
one, I cannot find these on eBay hardly anywhere. They sold out. They're not on the website anymore. And you know how much I love Halloween 3, Brandon.
Yes.
You know where this is going, Brandon?
I believe so. They're all over eBay, but whatever. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I take that back. I don't hear anything. I'm going to pretend I do, though.
It's so cute. Like it lights up to the tune of the song.
Is
And
it
then,
still playing a song?
It goes on loop.
It's so amazing how it's completely cutting it off, but I can
'Cause this
still
is
hear your
loud.
voice.
This is loud.
That's amazing. This technology we're working with is insane here. It's
Yeah,
like no
but,
music.
So it does.
I can hear at the
play
beginning, it goes dun, 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 and then
Yeah.
it cuts off, and I
Yeah,
hear
so-
nothing.
It does play the Silver Shamrock theme for the commercials. And I had to get them. I love it. And they did give me a discount on it. I paid $30 for it because there is a decent amount of like overspray on it, but I'm sure I can take care of that, like he told me. And it's not a big deal, but I just really
It's
had
so
to get one of
common.
these things.
It means
I-
nothing.
So when I looked this up on eBay, only 2 have sold in the last like 2 months, and I just can't find them. So
Yeah, I don't know about
had to pull
that.
the trigger on this thing because there are 3 sets left of glow in the dark trios. So I'm fine with that. And then there's more H2 figures than I thought. I think there's like 5 altogether. So
You mean 4?
no, the Halloween 2 figure.
No, I know, but you mean they have 4, right?
Oh, yeah, there's 2 on. Yeah, there's 4.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so that one. I guess I could kind of lump this one together too. It's similar, but not. I saw it at Spirit when I was there, and I had to get them. I started watching the Friday the 13th movies. As you guys know, I'm on part 6 right now. So we're like halfway there basically. And I still stand by what I said about this series, that it is not my favorite, but I'm starting to get some of the like camp factor of it.
You're not
I-
going to get it anymore. The 6th one's the only good one.
So
at the point you're at.
it's funny, but like so I was like, I'm starting to get it. It's like I know there wasn't like a 7-year gap between H2 and Friday the 13th, or like it was 7 years of just Jason movies, wasn't it, between Halloween 2 and Halloween 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so I understand how Jason became super popular in that 7 years, so I'm getting more appreciation for the series. So I found this cute little guy. He lights up. I make-
Lovely. That's
I
the
make-
remake
yeah.
mask.
So very good. My absolute favorite. So
Yes.
I just every time I go to Spirit, I make a new email and get a new 20% off. Who doesn't? So
I can't tell you how many physical coupons I have in my car. But I didn't even mention
awesome.
that. I wanted to use one of the coupons. That's why I got that screen mask,
yeah,
the age mask, because I had 7. Now I have 6 of the
that's awesome.
25% off coupons.
Yeah, so I always use them when I go. So, for a little over $20, he wasn't bad. Why not? Because
Sure.
I have the like the Michael Myers one, and then we'll show something else. So like I like to have them all lit up at night, and I'll light my like pumpkin candle. Like I'm getting into spooky season, get ready to watch a movie. Like it's just decor. It was just so fucking frivolous. Right after I bought it, I'm like, that is the stupidest shit you've ever bought. I don't know why the fuck I bought it.
That's why I can't. It literally, if you guys remember the last episode, I showed off that I could not get a Ghostface statue that wasn't broken, for the love of God. Even though I see them all in stores now and not a single one sells in any store.
Really?
They all have 3 sitting there, yes. Which is so funny, but they all look horrible. They all look like they were painted by a blind guy.
I can't wait to show you mine. Mine was
Parkinson's.
I got to pick of the 3 of them.
You showed me yours.
Oh, I'm going to show you up close for everybody on camera.
I mean, you showed me pictures already and whatnot, and a video. But it literally, they all look like they're painted by a blind guy with Parkinson's.
I guess,
and so it's just black.
I guess there's no point in waiting. Then I might as well just show it. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
So here he is, and let's get all up and close in his grill.
They all have that same issue that you can see there.
Yep.
All of them do. I don't know why. It's super easy to stay within the confines of the lines, and they can't. But the ones in the store are all in perfect condition, aren't they? They're not broken. So
yeah,
why can't they get it to me unbroken? But the whole point of all of this, and not to shit on you holding that at the moment, it was all for the best, because I have no interest in getting one anymore. For whatever reason. Like I was like, you know what? I lost the interest in it,
Well, that's good though. I mean, it shows our dynamic even further, really, because like I see that, I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to right next to my Michael one that looks like.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
I was super excited about it, and then Spirit killed it for me. And so even when I see one,
took the spirit away.
It did. Even when I see them in good condition in the store, I'm just like, no. If I saw one maybe that was painted like somebody that can see painted it, that isn't blind, then maybe I would get it. But they all look like that, and you can tell they're either cast in black and then white paint was put on top of it.
That's what I'm thinking it is.
Or they were painted black and then white paint was put on top of it, because the inside is not black. So
no, it's not,
because I've seen the inside, right?
The lights on these things are so fucking trash, by the way, because I left both of them on overnight on accident, and they're nowhere near as bright as they were before. Because with the Ghostface one, I could press it, and then you could see all like the spots where it's like clear, like in the robe, where like I didn't paint it well. And now you can't see any of that anymore. So I don't even keep them on. It's like, it looks cool, and at a distance, it does look cool.
Yeah,
I like the pumpkin. I would go that far. Now I have to get the
can't
same
replace those lights inside unless you're an electrician. So I don't want to mess with it. So I have 2 more groupings. These were just a couple little fun, stupid things.
So do I.
I got at a thrift store, and books are super cheap because nobody wants them anymore, apparently. So I saw this.
Ooh, is that a first printing Dune or something?
I don't think it is. I looked at that. I think it's it might be. I looked at that, and it's very old. It was printed in the 80s. Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that's cool. It is the 31st printing, June 1984. Still really, really cool though. And I've been meaning to buy Dune because I want to read it. And
why not read a well-used copy?
Smells so good.
A well-loved copy.
I love the smell of old books. There's just something about it. But Yeah, I mean, if I were to buy this in a store, it's like $20 or something, right? So I was
And
like,
you're
oh,
gonna
this
read
is
it
cool.
anyway, so
This
why
was
not just let
90
it get tattered?
cents.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So cool. And then I happened to see this on the shelf at a different thrift store, and it was it's a James
Oh, there
Bond
you
book.
go.
Sebastian
Yep.
Fox writing as Ian Fleming. Devil May Care, a new James Bond novel. So yeah. Anyway,
Time left. 10 minutes remaining.
indeed, indeed, indeed. So how many more do we have for you?
I have uh two more. I can do one right now and then we can end it and then we'll come back and that'll suffice for the rest of it. I would say.
Let's just do it all within 10 minutes. We
Do you
don't
think
want to
that's
have
possible?
we don't want to have to wait 7 minutes again to
Okay,
start up
all right.
another one.
Okay, then I'll just speed run it here. So to conclude our spirit conversation, Brandon, I got one thing. I did say I wanted an animatronic this year.
Yes.
They're one of their cheapest ones, and it's worked every single time I've used it. I haven't unwrapped him all the way, but I bought the spider for $50
Lovely. The
on my
jumps.
birthday.
Yeah. That's
But
good.
he doesn't have like an on button, so I just don't have batteries in him all the time. But it works really, really good.
Yeah.
So
It's scary.
yeah, so I'm gonna have him like I'll explain where he's going later, but I had to just get one. Like I really do like the poor George one, the clown that's cut in half, but I know that thing will fuck up and break. I'm not spending almost $200 on that. So I did get
Yeah.
the jumping
Agreed.
spider. And then I have one more grouping of thrift store stuff, and I will tell you my
Oh, okay.
grandiose plans. So you
Sure.
can go to your
So
other one.
this is all together. I did not buy these since our last episode, but I realized I never showed them off because of something that you said at a certain point before when we were recording before. So I was like, oh, I need to show these off. I just put them in my collection and didn't think anything else of it. So I'll do it in order. I
Okay.
have the collector's edition
Oh, very good.
of Spider-Man 3 for PS3.
It's a minty ass looking case too.
Oh, they all are. I have high standards, which also does this
Costs
to
a
my,
lot of money.
burns
Yeah,
it right in the
beautiful
trash.
yeah, that is a fucking gorgeous case. Like
Look how
I'm
shiny.
marveling at that's not
Woo!
like yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
know.
good.
I have problems.
God, that could like give
And
you a hard on
then
just by looking at that. Jeez,
agreed. And
that's
then
great.
got Web of Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Very
nice, very
beautiful.
nice.
Also, great artwork on the back.
Indeed. Yes.
I like that.
Yes, indeed. This is going to be the most popular one with Spider-Man 2 coming out. Which is all about Venom and the symbiote. We got Shattered Dimensions.
There we go. The whole lineup.
Yep. All of them for PS3. And then Spider-Man Edge of Time. That's the
Holy
last
shit.
one.
I didn't know they made that many. I thought there was only 3.
Yep. I mean, it's 3 of this series
Okay.
that I'm holding here. Spider-Man 3 obviously was separate.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't put 2 and 2 together very quickly with that.
And there's the Amazing Spider-Man as well, which I've showed off before. And then this, I got it a while ago, and I never showed it. I don't think, at least.
I've always loved
Enter
that
the
cover,
Matrix.
seeing that in the stores back in the
Yeah,
day.
it's like, ooh, it's a holographic. Yeah, it's super cool. Not the greatest case in the world because it's impossible to get good cases
really
when
is.
it comes to GameCube stuff.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, so that is it for me.
All right, well then I can go on to my last one. So this is my grandiose plan for the year. I was going to tell you last week. I'm like, did I even tell you, Brandon, what I wanted to do for my yard display? I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait for special features because everything will make sense on special features. So I do live in a townhouse and yard space is limited, but I'm one of the only people that has a backyard. There's only like 6 backyards in the whole like complex. So I lucked out in that respect. So I have more space to work with in terms of like backyard and then stuff in the front. And then like my neighbor's yawn is huge. My neighbor's lawn is huge. So I bleed over onto that. So
big snake.
So most people walk last year, I noticed most people walk to the left of me. and that they're coming from this direction. They leave
To
and
the
go
left,
that
to
way.
the left.
So the jumping spider is going to be there, like just to scare people kind of immediately, just as like a
Yeah.
little distraction. And I thought to myself, like, I have this Michael Myers mask that I bought from Brandon. I can get gray coveralls on Amazon for $35, and I can get blow up 6'2" dummies on Amazon that I can stake up in the yard and make like DIY horror characters. So I already have the Michael one planned out.
Can you get green coveralls off Amazon?
I could, or if
Because
it
that's what
doesn't,
they really are.
okay. And if it doesn't look like what I want, I can always get like acrylic paint in a spray bottle and kind of weather it to make it look like what I would like. So I have Jason, or I have Michael pretty much planned out. Freddy, I don't know if I'm going to be using my actual sweater because it is a medium that I got and I'm short, so it might look funky. But Jason, I do want Jason. So what's my favorite Jason besides the remake?
I'll tell you what it should be, but I don't know.
What do you think when you see this mask?
Um,
Kind of like Freddy versus Jason vibes.
oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
going for. So
What the hell
I-
is that you're holding?
it's a bootleg mask that I got online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going expensive for this at all. So
The Freddy versus Jason one is so notable because it has the scratches across
yeah,
the face.
I might try to do something, but I found this coat that I think really would be good. So what you do is you get sandpaper and you go along the edges and then you just rough it up and then you just fray the whole thing. And then I'm gonna
That's
get
what
like,
they do with movies.
yeah, get like the brown acrylic paint and I'm gonna weather the shit out of it. So I really liked the way this looked for the costume.
Mix it with
And then-
water. You have to mix it with water.
Yeah, that's what I saw. So then I found this that I'm just gonna darken up black a little bit, and then I'll have it ripped in the front, and then you'll have like the black underneath it.
Okay.
And I got just some black pants that I'll rough up like a motherfucker. And then I bought it's in my cart on Amazon right now. It's like a pullover ski cap that's gray, and then I bought like strands of hair that I'm just gonna glue to the side.
Okay.
So like it's coming together in my head pretty well. And then I'm gonna
have this sitting in a chair.
No, it's a blow up dummy, and I'm just gonna get like a skinny like 6 foot yardstake and zip tie it and just put the clothes over it. So that way when you walk past, it's like a display of everybody. And then I have like the low lying fog. So like they'll have shoes on, but the ground will be mostly covered because I already have my fog machine and everything. But here's the kicker. They're all gonna be, and then I have Chucky will set them up on a hay barrel in the front. But here's the thing though. I'm gonna be in my Ghostface costume standing there while everybody else is like getting their candy. I'm gonna have like all the candy. I'm just gonna dump like 10 bags of candy in this inflatable like Ghostface thing. And then when everybody's picking, I'll just like lean over and say something to them because I'll have it set up right where I'm gonna be. So it's gonna be like a fun little interactive thing. So I kind of have like a general idea. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I have like all the music planned out, and oh my god, I know I have a minute and a half, but I fucking forgot he's down here. I did get this. It projects up to 9 feet outside. It looks really good. I've done it in the house.
It looks exactly like the standee that I saw.
Yep. And there's a Friday the 13th one where the logo's in the middle and then it spins like a machete and like the mask. So that'll be on either side of the in like the interior of the house. Like I have a blueprint that I drew on my iPad that I'll put in the video. Like I had this thing all planned out, and like my Amazon cart has like half of the stuff and it's only like $40. Like this DIY shit, fuck going to the store.
Good shit.
Mm-mm. So like it's coming along. So, and all the stuff
Stay
at the thrift store
tuned.
was only all of this was only, and I did get some other pants. It was like $27. I'm like, I'm not getting a fucking Jason costume that looks like trash from Ruby's. But
Nope.
yeah, so we are just about out of time, but that was an action-packed special features, and Lucas has some good shit on the horizon.
Yes.
I like this
so
mask.
Everyone watching, have you gotten anything in the last month? If so, comment below, let us know. And what do you think of all our stuff that we got? What do you think of Lucas's idea for his Halloween display?
I'll do a
Comment below.
video, of course, that day. It's going to be a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
might even get like a $30 projector and put it in the upstairs window of like hands, because like that's
Sure.
a cheap thing to do. I don't know, man.
Yes. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.